All right, welcome back. We are just about to get things underway for our Overwatch match. So we're getting things set up in the lobby. So as we're getting that set up, we'll go ahead and go over the starting lineup for the Overwatch team. So I think there's a couple of adjustments from this, but we'll at least go over the full team. So at tanks, we would have Neptune, Morgan White, and Shadow Dragon, Caleb Bradley. At DPS, we have Shaken Dwarf, Drayton Piper, Shadow Angel, Natalia. I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name. Sorry, Natalia. Caps Lock, Vincent Anderson, and Chucks, Yusuf Altanak. And then at support, we have Brimstone Ian Darling, who is also on our League of Legends team. And then we have Granny Sonade, Manning Shaw, led by our Overwatch coach, Derek Games. Now, I think for today, I think we'll have Shakendorf as tank instead of DPS, if I remember correctly.
And I believe Caps Lock is going to be playing support.
And Caps Lock will be support, which... Okay, so maybe Brimstone's doing tank, because usually it's Brimstone. Granny Sonade is usually the support as well. We're just checking a couple things with the lobby. Just like with League of Legends, this will be a best of 3. And it looks like we'll be starting with Busan for the first map. Yeah, we're just checking, making sure that all profiles are taken care of, making sure that the lobby is good. And it looks like we're just about getting ready, so I'm gonna make sure audio is set up. So you'll hear a little bit of Overwatch, excuse me, in the background. But I think we're gonna be doing this any second now. So I know you guys have been waiting very patiently. I know we said in the announcement that the Overwatch would start about 6 o'clock, but League of Legends went to 3 games. Very exciting games, very close games. Even that last one, that was still very close. We're getting the ready checks in.
If you guys are excited for this, please let us know in chat. It's going to be a good one.
Oh yeah, let's get that hype going. Because I know our Overwatch team's been working very hard to prepare for the matches for the past several weeks. So we're going to see how that goes today. I mean, think about it. I mean, Mountain Dew took Rocket League. Marietta took League of Legends.
All right.
If you think about it, this is the important one to see like who wins the most here.
Overall, of course.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think right now we're just making sure that profiles are set up properly, that there isn't like anything private or... Because that was one of the things that we've agreed on in the conference, to make sure that Overwatch profiles are available publicly. So I thought we had everyone on our side good, but apparently someone forgot to do it. They're fired.
They're off the team.
Yeah. You're off the team. You're fired. You're done. I think Marriott is good. I think Mount Union is good. They are entering game.
Now traveling to Busan.
Here we go.
Start in Busan.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to wait just a little bit for the loading. because they're going to assemble their heroes, so we have to wait to see what heroes they're going to be picking.
I'm excited to see this team composition. Matt, what do you think they're going to do?
That's a good question, because I mean, there's a variety of comps they could use. I mean, double shield comp is still a thing right now, but there's been some huge nerfs to Orisa and Sigma, so that's going to eliminate those changes might have gone live already. I can't remember, but that would eliminate double shield. So you could do like a Zarya Reinhardt combo. Dive combo is still a thing. So whether with like a Winston Diva, so like right now, looks like Mary's still deciding, but they are gonna go with a Diva Reinhardt combo, and Brimstone's gonna be tanking here. Yeah, so Brimstone Neptune will be tanking. Caps Lock, Granny Sonati support, Chucks and Shaken Dwarf will be DPS. Although Chucks is still trying to figure out which one he wants to go with, but it looks like he's going to settle with McCree.
I think he'd be a good pick. Good DPS character.
Yep.
Group up with me. Check this out.
Join me.
But all right, so it is Buzan, so it's going to be control point. So they're already trying to contest the control point, breaking down shields. Neptune has already gone down. Actually, 3 are already down for Marietta, so Mount Union looks like they are going to secure the control point first.
Might be a 4th as they go for that May. He does get taken out.
Yeah, so Mount Union's going to capture the control point first, which is it's not horrible, but usually you want to try to
Cap it earlier, yep.
Yeah.
So there you go. Marietta's going to have to make a push, but it is not...
Yeah, and we see Diva's already out of the Vector's down.
Much.
I don't know if that charge was a great idea going right into the...
No, he might have been trying to split them up, but he
Up here.
obviously wasn't able to do anything. Alright, so we're going to have to wait till Marietta to regroup as the timer still just keeps counting down, so... Exactly what happens here.
Repairing the damage.
Yes, the control was at 30%, so Marietta's going to have to find a way to get some picks. And that May wall really slowed them down a bit.
Yeah, they are just camping the spawn. Ults are starting to come in. Tree
Yeah.
does take a few out.
Yeah, but they're going to have to start making their push. High Noon comes out.
Will he be able to get something? And he does get
He
one
does
kill.
get, yeah, he gets the Baptiste.
Enough.
And it does get the Sigma, so this is Marietta's chance to try to take the control
It
point.
looks like they might be able to cap the point. McCree keeping... Okay.
Need a doctor.
Here we go. So we cap the point at 60%, which is pretty good.
Right. The challenge though is their ults are gonna Mount Union's ults are gonna be coming back up sometime soon. So Marietta's gonna have to be ready to handle those ults because if they get wiped, then Mount Union will be able to retake the point.
So enemy May hits the point.
We see the Lucio ult coming out, Blizzard's coming out, and we see 2-3 already down for Marietta. This is exactly what Mount Union wanted.
And May
Basically,
almost got her
wipe-
ult, but was not able to. And May all will help though. When they go back on the offense to try to cap the point, as Mount Union does take that point back.
Yeah, the problem is now the control point's at 70%. Chucks is able to get a kill onto Baptiste, so that will help. But they're gonna have to make the push. It's now at 80%.
They're gonna have to make a push and start doing some damage.
Yeah, the challenge is that they might have to try to go in without having their ults ready because it's already at 90%.
They're contesting a point.
So we see the Sigma ult coming down. There's High Noon. And does get a
One.
kill, but now it's overtime. They're gonna have
Might
to
be
keep...
turned into 2, but does have to contest the point.
Yep.
And then McCree does get taken out by May. So all we have left is May on the point. We're gonna Mary get swept to overtime. He has to cap this point to take it. Does not look like that's gonna happen this time.
No, unfortunately, like they're just able to secure the point for so long, and Marietta was just not able to get the picks they needed to capture the point again.
So that was a good attempt from Marietta, but I feel like they need almost a little bit more DPS. Dare I say? It seemed like a lot of the characters they weren't able to completely finish off. They could do like good starting damage, but they would just get overpowered.
Well, May's a pretty good.
May is a good
right
DPS character.
Yes. And even McCree, like they're both really good. I think the problem is they didn't really have a lot of opportunities to get kills.
The McCree swapped to a Hanzo.
Yeah, and we see Granny tonight on the Baptiste instead of Moira. And that might give them what we need. When the Baptiste ult can get some extra boost to the damage to shoot through the.
What is it? I haven't played the game since Baptiste comes out. What is his ability set?
So he puts out an immortality field, which basically means that as long as you're on it, you can't die. So it's very important for the other team to kill the immortality field. But he's like a combination of doing damage and he can switch between doing damage with his gun or doing heals. But his ult is that he puts up like this kind of, not a barrier, but it's like this little like rectangle, and you can shoot through it and it amplifies any damage that goes through it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I only played Overwatch when it first came out, first few seasons. First season I actually made it a top 500 and I got the animated emblem for that, but ever since then I haven't really played as much.
So, and why you're not on the Overwatch team?
Yeah.
You just said that our coach is probably going to be talking to you after this game. And we see Brimstone going with the Hammond to try to see if he can get some kills on. And we get the... Zenyatta goes down, but Chuck ends up going down as well. So kills are going left and right, but Marietta has still yet to capture the point. Trying to keep that Reinhardt up, but it's going to be hard, especially Death Blossom goes out, but...
Good use of Lucio's right click to get that tree. I'm sorry, not McCree, Reaper away.
And we'll see Chuck's going with...
So Marietta is going to cap the point here, which is exactly what they needed.
Right, but it seems like it's the same thing as last time. So they were able to capture it when Mountain Union was at 60-something%. Marietta's going to have to hold it longer than they did last time. And Mountain Union is going to be able to prop some ults. Although they use like their... if I remember right, they burned the Death Blossom. So that's not going to be available for Mountain Union.
All they have is the Baptiste.
You see Chuck's there going with the Doomfist, trying to disrupt as much as he can. Although he's getting very low and actually gets frozen, and May's going to try to fit.
He gets just punched back.
She's not dead, but yeah, just punch him off. And now he's dead.
Doomfist ult is coming up.
You see the Blizzard coming out, they're freezing a lot of people, and that does end up taking out Marietta's May.
It's going very low here. It does need some help. It is being tested. Maggie is tapping the point, and they do take the point. Marietta was not able to stay on the point and keep them off.
They were able to at least secure it longer, so if they can take it back, then they may have a shot of securing it for the remainder. But I think Mountain Union is going to try to just push them.
Mountain Union is definitely just going to hold a strong defense, build up those shields, and make sure Marietta isn't able to get past them. But Marietta's just going to have to squeeze by, maybe use a few ults. This Doomfist might come in handy. His ult is ready now.
Yeah, it's not just that, but they're trying... Mountain Union's pushing up to try to prevent Marietta from even getting anywhere close to the point. It's already at 90%. So the hammer goes down, but Reinhardt gets frozen. But at this point, it's at 98%. Marietta's going to have to contest. You see Meteor Strike coming in.
Not getting kills, but does do good damage all around. Marietta needs to cap this point right now. One elimination coming, but 2 deaths from Marietta.
We see several from Marietta going down, and
it is being wiped all around. It does not seem like they're able to cap the point, and they are not.
Yeah, so with that, game 1 is going to go to Mountain Union. We'll see what the play of the game is.
Play of the game.
Of course, it's going to be a
Wow, didn't even pop the ult.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was going to be a...
Yeah, I thought it was just going to be an ult, yeah.
Alright, so with that, game 1 does go to Mountain Union. And that is not right. I thought I reset that. Hold on 1 second here. It is not 2-1. I apologize. Give me a second to fix it. I thought I had all the stuff to reset the numbers here.
All right, so we're getting game 2 set up here.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm
Just
going
a
to try to see
moment.
what's going on with the score screen. There we go. That's better. I apologize for that. I thought I had everything working there. I might have to check the some bugs with the Elgato.
So Matt, after game 1, what do you think Marietta has to do to take game 2?
I think a lot of it is... It's a good question. I'm not an Overwatch expert. Though again, I'm not a League of Legends expert either. I don't think there was an issue necessarily with the comp. It's just, I think a lot of like our tanks were kind of getting, your shields were breaking. Diva was losing her mech pretty early on. So I think it was difficult to protect our DPS in order for them to actually do damage.
Yeah.
So, and because it was more difficult to do damage, they weren't able to charge their ults as quickly compared to Mount Union. So they're getting their ults faster than Marietta. So it's making it easier for them to hang on to the control points. So I think Marietta needs a way to make sure their tanks are staying alive and giving their DPS opportunities to get their damage so their ults will be ready faster.
Yeah. I know either Reinhardt, but double shield might not be a bad idea.
Right, and it looks like they're already starting game 2. So
Game 2 and Icon.
yep, so let's get that up here as they're gonna try to get things set up. So this is best 2 out of 3. So if Mountain Union takes this, then they will take the series. And so this is a hybrid map. So the way we set up our rules for at least the GLEC is you can only pick one of each type of map. So last one was the control. So we can't do another control map. So this one is going to be the hybrid where you capture a point and then you do the payload. So that's at least the way we try to set up, so that way a different map gets played each time. So you don't do like 3 control maps or 3 payload maps.
Right.
So it looks like we do see the Orisa, so we might be seeing that double shield comp.
It depends on what Brimstone's gonna play.
Yeah, looks like we might go with a Zarya instead. And looks like go with Merciana for support.
And an Ash.
Oh, yeah, Ash and Fire.
Oh, no, switch to a Junkrat.
I think we're gonna see a pharmacy.
Yeah, I think.
Pharmacy.
I mean, it's always been powerful.
Oh yeah.
But nothing's gonna change here, so we'll see. I feel like Junkrat will be good in getting past those shields and just breaking those things open.
And we do see that Neptune switched to Reinhardt. Zarya Reinhardt is very strong.
Composition. Yeah, they're just holding that point.
Yeah, so
Marietta is gonna have to get past this choke point.
yeah, so we
Do
see.
something. The shields are breaking. Damage is being done.
Yeah, in fact, they do take out the Hanzo. So
Yep.
now Marietta will rotate around.
That was the pharmacy right there.
Yeah, so they're just working on protecting the Reinhardt. Chucks is able to get a kill.
They're getting out of there, but
And
they're
Mercy goes down.
taking down 2.
Yeah.
At this point, Marietta might want to back off because it looks like they're very low health.
Yep, they're all at critical. So they will back away, and more Marietta's going down. And that is intentional. That was a call for a reset. You guys,
Since they're all wiped, they just have to group up and push together.
right, and what they want to try to do is make sure that they don't give more of their charge. So instead of staying there and taking damage and letting Mountain Union charge their ults faster, suicide, get back together, and then try again. So we see the Pharaoh's ult is ready.
She will effectively use that. Well, it looks like she does.
There we go.
That is exactly what we needed. And it looks like Marietta might be able to cap this point. Yeah.
Yep, they're going to take the
They're gonna
points.
take it.
Thanks for the assist.
Hanzo trying to take it, but no. Just getting wiped out. Nice try, Hanzo. See you in a minute.
Yep. Alright, so they got the payload. So now they're going to have to see what they're going to do about pushing it. And we'll see if Mountain Union makes any adjustments to their comp, knowing that now they're going to have to defend the payload. And we see Chuck's just trying to keep putting some pressure onto Mountain Union.
Like they're definitely gonna. Mountain Union wants to do anything, they're gonna have to hold the chokehold. So Pioneers, they have to keep it going and just pushing through.
Yeah, we see Shakendorf going down, so that's going to give Mountain Union a numbers advantage.
So Rissa's ult does come out. He's get a damage boost.
See the Hanzo ult coming out, but it doesn't seem to get anyone. Although Chucks does end up going down.
Watching your back.
It doesn't need open. It's not.
Yeah, so Marietta's struggling to get back onto the payload. Mountain Union has kind of got a good hold of it right now.
So we should wait for them to group up, get together, and they can make another push. We got plenty of time. They got it.
This will only hurt for you.
He's pushing up.
Yeah, here's the wheel.
Riptire coming out.
And it didn't get anyone. Although they did get, they got the pushing back onto the payload.
Just the duo Hanzo back there.
And Chucks was able to get 2 down.
Great ult by Reinhardt. It'll knock him down, but not a lot of damage being done. And that Rissa is low, but let's get finished off.
Yeah, most of Marietta has gone down at this point. 3 are down. So they were able to push the payload a little bit, but they're not getting too far. So, I mean, they still have time to get to that checkpoint, but it is not getting any better.
That's more work.
And we hear the Bob coming out. So they're focused straight on that Bob to try to take him out before he gets any kills.
Doesn't do a whole lot. It's just wipes. They're gonna have to together push this payload. They still have plenty of time. 2 minutes.
Yeah, the Bob allowed them to force Marietta to focus on him, and that gave Mountain Union a chance to push forward.
It was very beneficial for them.
And we see Chucks has switched to Hanzo.
Yeah, he's gonna try to go ahead and get those squishies out from behind and the support to really help. He does have a good position up here, and he'll do a good amount of damage. Brimstone takes 1. We got one of their supports, and a lot of damage is being done as the ults are being hit.
Yeah, the Zyra ult can help the group of Bob.
Ninja is cleaning up. Good job from Marietta. That's exactly what they need. Kept this point.
They still got a minute left. So,
My guess is they'll potentially reach. It's not it's kind of hard to hold a chokehold right at that door, so they'll probably reach. But inside the castle, who knows there?
and we see the ult coming out.
Ult, just allowing him to move in. Each side damage being done. I mean, it is going to try to stop them there. I don't think it's Arissa.
But Chucks does go down, so that is not going to help. And Marietta only has a minute left to push. And three others for Marietta have gone down.
They're going to regroup and have to take this with 30 seconds left on the clock.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Mountain Union's going to do everything he can to make sure that Marietta can't get anywhere close to that payload. Although we see Junkrat just kind of sneaking over to see if he can at least contest it, but he does end up falling.
He's on the point. There's overtime. Ults are coming out. Damage is being done. Nice see if Marietta can take this.
A speedy recovery.
So this may give Marietta what they need to try to push.
He's contested. Someone is on that point. There's a Mercy just trying to hold that point. But Marietta's getting overtime, and they are moving the payload. It looks like they might be able to hit this point.
It is being contested right now, though. So they have to get that Infinity this down. And they're still contesting
their
it.
last stand, yeah, they are holding that point. Mount Union is not going to give it up easy, but they're getting wiped, and Marietta looks like they are able to get to the point. So that's a minute 30 added to the clock.
That's still not a whole lot of time, though. So we see Chuck's getting the kill onto Shadow, and his ult is ready to go when needed.
Use vault, hold a good angle, push him to the right, clean up over there. There we go.
Very nice ult there. Triple kill.
Now, 15-player kill streak.
And that might just give what they need to take the point.
Yeah. They're gonna have to make one last push, but they're getting eliminated, and they're...
And there you go. With that, Marietta was able to complete the round.
Fantastic job from Marietta. That was a really good round.
It took a little bit, and they really had to fight hard for the
Overtime.
yeah, that overtime. That they kept that alive for so long, but they hung in there and they got the push. And after that, like, I was actually pleasantly surprised of how little time it took once they got that control point to go straight to the end.
I think it was Chuck's on that Hanzo. He was just able to push up and take that super easily. So
Yeah, that was the huge
use of the ult too was just beautiful.
Yeah, because they able to get a triple kill there and then just get that last push.
We're going into round 2. Marietta's on defense now. Let's see what characters they are picking. I was about to say the operator.
Teleporter.
So now Marietta will defend. So if they can prevent Mountain Union from getting the payload over to the end, then they will take this game, and then we'll go to a game 3.
So it just depends how well they'll be able to hold the point.
And if we look at the composition, so we see Chuck's back on Hanzo, and we see Shaken Dwarf on Symmetra.
There we go.
There we go. I'll probably say Syndra later on. Just wait. And we see Baptiste Lucio, and then double shield comps.
Defend objective A.
Okay, so nothing too unusual. Always good comp.
Yeah,
Looks like they're trying to do less like point control and maybe a little bit more flex, like a lot of movement. Gonna have to take that. There we go.
Yeah, they tried to use the Symmetra. I almost said Syndra. They used the Symmetra teleport to go right onto the point. But Raider's able to hold that.
That is a team kill from Marietta. Fantastic start. What has been a fantastic set so far.
And it looks like Mountain Union will be going with the pharmacy composition as well.
Hanzo will be able to more easily sniper out of the sky. That is what he's focusing on right now.
Although Neptune has gone down, and the Immortality Field has gone down too, so Mountain Union's making their push.
They're wiping Marietta. It looks like they might be able to cap this. Focus on this Baptiste, and he is cleaned up.
So with that, Mountain Union is probably going to be securing the payload. And they're able to do that quicker than what Marietta was able to do, so that's going to give them more time.
Requesting healing.
Agree, trying to get some damage onto Pharmacy.
He's just sitting back trying to snipe her out. That's a few shots, but maybe we'll knock all of them. Actually, smart use up here. He does get 1 kill.
Yeah, nice barrier there by Symmetra. And we see the bongos coming out for Orisa. And there goes the Sigma ult.
Deadeye? Oh, this might be beautiful. There we go. Cleans them up. All that's left is Mercy, and she is... She's doing something.
Easy.
No mercy for Mercy.
No. Chuck's just playing around.
Oh, we gotta be careful. We don't want to BM.
Oh, no, you don't want to be on play.
Alright, so Marietta does have control of the payload. Although we expect Mount Union's ult's probably starting to come back up soon, so they should be... they're making their big push here. Still about 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the timer. And we do see the Sigma ult coming out, but then we see it followed up with the Lucio ult. But with that, many of the Pioneers are down, and they will continue to push the payload.
They're just gonna move back and hold back from another point. Yeah, they respawned and they're moving up from that Lucio. It's just really nice. It's really helping them out.
Yeah, they were already at the control point, or the checkpoint.
They're really close. Marietta's gonna have to hold this point for 2 minutes and 40 seconds to contest it, so let's see what they can do. They're just getting wiped. They're gonna cap that point.
So now they have just a little less than 4 minutes to take this. So it might be up to Chucks again to see if he can hold this.
Remember, Marietta wins if they can hold it until the timer hits 37 seconds. That's exactly what they did. So we just gotta see if they're able to hold this point.
Death Blossom goes out and only gets the Immortality Field. High Noon goes out, but it does not get the barriers were up to protect it.
Mercy just playing point defense, trying not to let anyone sneak faster. So they're getting very close to that point.
We see Chuck's coming out the Tracer to try to get in there quickly to contest, but goes down very quickly.
Only 150 health, it is hard to do.
And with that, Mountain Union does take the control point, and they do it a lot quicker than Marietta. So we will go to round 3.
Switching sides.
So that's going to give Mountain Union a pretty big advantage. So Marietta is going to have to push as much as they can in a minute, and then have to defend that amount from Mountain Union in order to take game 2.
Yep. So we're just gonna see how well Mary can do. I feel like more chokehold and point defense to definitely really help them out. I mean, even like Bastion might not hurt. Just able to do DPS holding a chokehold.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Really good.
So let's see what everyone says to go with.
We've got the right
so
stuff.
it looks like Marietta will be going with a dive comp with Wrecking Ball and Winston.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is a very engage heavy comp. You got Doomfist, you got Tracer.
Marissa? Her name's Marissa, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and partly because Marietta knows they only have 1 minute to go capture the payload. They
So
have
they
to
are
move.
going to have to move.
Yeah, you got Lucio for the speed boost.
5, 4, 3, 2.
They are gonna move it.
Capture objective
You're right, they're gonna try to do a little flanking.
Yeah, looks like Mountain Union was ready for it. Or at least they knew that. And Shaken Dwarf has already gone down for Marietta.
See Winston Doing damage, just trying to take out Mercy back here, and he... Oh, so close.
Not quite. Although, Chucks does get shadowed down.
Maria's got 30 seconds. They have to push to get the site.
They have to at least keep contesting the...
Chuck's doing a lot of damage to Sphera, but... Will he be able to take it? Yes, he does. My boy Chucks.
And that might be enough to take it.
It's 2.
Alright, they did get it. But here's the thing, though. Notice the clock. It does not reset. So they're going to have to stay on the payload this whole time.
No one can get off the payload, so...
Yeah, they cannot get off the payload.
Chuck's playing a little stealthy.
He's going to try to...
pick someone off.
Yeah, because that's what's going to be necessary. He's got to pick off
time,
people.
Definitely.
Or at least go from behind.
With the time bomb. Doesn't get anyone with it, but... He's doing a lot of damage back here, but he does get eliminated.
But now the rest of the Marietta has to hold this. And Wrecking Ball gets 3 down.
Yeah. So Pharah's ult comes out. It does take out Doomfist. That's not keeping everyone healed. And they're able to move this payload, which is great.
Yeah, they just got to keep this going. The more they can...
Another chokehold at the castle's wall, as long as they can keep it going.
Yeah, the more they can push, the better their odds are.
Chuck's just going back there trying to do tons of damage on the enemy. He is back behind enemy lines. They don't actually see him, I don't think.
Yeah, he's trying to work on the Mercy, getting the immortality field down, and getting several down.
Good use of her ult. And Reinhardt's taken out.
Baptiste ult is down, trying to do some extra damage. 2 for Marietta are down.
Marietta is going to potentially take this one.
And we see the ult being put out by Lucio.
It is contested right here. They're gonna have to make one last stand. Let they at least get people off of it for just a second. They will be able to take it, but they have to stay on themselves. So
yeah, the hammer went down the stun Chucks, but he is back up. Pops the pulse bomb, and it does get Reinhardt.
Creep ult does come out and takes out their support. Marietta is cleaning up, and they are going to take this.
And they take the second control point.
With a team kill.
Might we add that they've been in overtime for several minutes?
Yeah, no one was off the point.
They have to stay on it, though. Just got to keep pushing.
Marietta, they should have one more point they got to take.
Let's get you healed up. Enemies coming right forward.
Or at least see how far they could get. Chuck's going behind enemy lines, taking out the squishies.
Yeah, try to go from the back lines, take out the Baptiste, take out the Sigma. And tries to rewind a little bit, but getting very low. Picks up a health pack.
And he just gets out of there because Tracer is very low health.
But 2 of the Pioneers are also down, and the rest of the Marietta is getting very low. So while Chucks was able to disrupt behind the scenes, the rest of the Marietta went down. But that's still an amazing push.
Yeah, that was
to get that far with
Marietta's part.
With only 1 minute and no resets on the clock, so they're keeping it overtime that long.
So Marietta just has to expect them, Mount Union pushing really hard themselves.
Right. The difference now is Mount Union is going to have about 3 minutes 21 seconds, and if Marietta can prevent Mount Union from getting that far, then they take this game and we go to game 3. If Mount Union makes it that far, though, then we will, and that will conclude the match, and it will go to Mount Union.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
All right, so can Marietta hold this? Hold the line.
Let's get some hype in the chat for Marietta. Ladies and gentlemen.
If you think Marietta can do this, give them your energy.
You're going to need to hold the defense here.
I'm sure she is a
Yeah, she's a good pick.
as a
Here it comes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend.
All right, so what
They're playing
We got the Bastion comp, which, well, it's not a Bastion comp, but we do see the Bastion coming out.
One of my personal favorites, holding that point defense. Gotta keep that shield up, but he is able to do so much damage at just at one point.
Yeah.
Using the Harden.
Yeah, the Sigma.
Take out the Bastion, though.
No, he's down. They took him out.
Shucks does get the elimination. He is very low health, though, so let's see what he can do.
Although he's getting very low, but does take out the Reaper.
With 3 health. Ooh, narrowly dodges it. They're close on the point, but Bastion in turret mode. He is just getting shielded all around. He does take 1, though.
He's going to take out 2 and 3.
Yes.
Oh, the Bob helped too, to be fair.
He's just chilling.
But yeah, very good push there. A very good stop there by
Very
Marietta.
great defense from Bastion. A smiley face from Chucks. What a play indeed. Just gonna wait.
See, turret's coming out.
Immense damage. Someone is behind.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. Yeah, the Reaper
It
is.
is the Reaper. He's snuck in behind.
Yeah,
Takes out the Ash and the Bastion.
Yeah, the big weakness from Bastion is the fact that he can't move around a lot.
They're
So
capping this point.
yeah, most of Marietta is going down at this point.
Yeah, they do take the point. But they do have only a minute 30 to get it within 35 meters. So
I'm just getting started.
you see a helping boost, get Marietta back on the front lines.
Yeah, so if we take a look at ult usage, Bastion's ult is up. Brimstone and Neptune should be up pretty soon.
So they just have to be careful of that Reaper ult. If that gets in the back line, that will be able to do major damage.
Yep. I don't think I've heard a die yet, so I think Death Blossom is going to be up soon, if it's not already up.
Should be coming up here, though.
There's the Sigma ult. And it does take out several for Marietta. Actually, 4 for Marietta are down.
So they're going to have to regroup and hold at the castle wall. Which is where Marietta...
Well, even if Mount Union takes the that second checkpoint, they just have to make sure they don't get to where the payload was
Right.
when timer went out.
And they only have 25 seconds, so if Marietta does wipe them, they will take this game.
Yep. And we do see Chuck's. We see a couple ults getting ready. But another ult by that here.
Farah does help out. And they are going to be able to cap that point. Marietta's going to have to play strong point defense here. They are going to push hard and fast.
It is overtime, so
It is overtime. So if they wipe them or even get them off the point, they will be able to take it. Chucks is behind. It might be able to be a little sneaky back here.
But they're gonna have to. They can move soon. Putting a bomb behind the scene.
Chucks does get eliminated. Damage is being done.
Is that enough though?
Will Marietta be able to take it?
They take down Sigma. They're.
And Farah is trying to help them to keep them alive. So is that Reaper? It is Reaper v Reaper right now.
Yeah, Mercy's just going all heals on Reaper, and everyone's trying to go all damage on the Reaper, and that's giving
So
Mount Union a chance
Rissa
to
damage
regroup.
boost does get put down. Marietta is going to have to get back there and destroy that. The Wrecking Ball will try to push forward.
But it's getting close. They're still pushing.
Reaper is going to get his ult.
There's
He's
Death
going to
Blossom.
use it. Oh,
And
it's
it
gonna
takes
clean
down,
up.
like, the entire
It is gonna
team.
Clean up.
And that's it. That's game 2.
Marietta, a hard-fought victory.
Oh my goodness. All right.
sweating.
Now, we're not out of the woods yet, though.
Play of the game.
Great game 2 from Marietta. We are now 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. We are 1 game apiece. So,
Trucks with 70 eliminations, himself taking 69% kill
Oh my
participation.
goodness. That was just like,
Wow.
that Death Blossom was huge there at the very end.
Yeah.
All right, so we're down to the last game. This has been really exciting, like all evening.
My heart's beating.
I mean, League went to 3 games. Overwatch is going to 3 games. I mean, even Rocket League went to 4 games.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just getting like the whole shebang here. All right, it looks like gonna be taking a small break under the rules. At least after one game, teams can decide if they want to take a small break before going into the last one. So it looks like they are going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to just step away for a second, just give everyone a chance to breathe.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the break's over, we'll get right back.
Last game.
All right, so don't go away. We still have 1 game to go. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. It looks like everyone's starting to get ready, so we are going to get Game 3 underway. And I believe this is Vivana.
Yeah, I think so. I can't tell it's that car. I think so.
Gonna double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Havana.
Havana.
It'd be good if I pronounced it correctly.
Havana.
It's like the song. I would start singing it, but then we would get hit by a copyright infringement. And plus, everyone would just leave the stream because of my horrendous singing.
I think Havana. I was thinking Havana from Siege.
But all right, so it looks like Marietta will be going with. They're going with their engage comp that used last time. So we got the Winston Wrecking Ball. We see the Doomfist. Although Chucks is going to be going with Widow. Or Widowmaker, if I'm being correct.
I take it you don't want my autograph then.
Once the mission starts, no more messing around.
So we'll see how Marietta handles this. But yeah, this is it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Game 3, winner take all.
Winner take all indeed.
Escort the
So escort the payload.
Make you feel better. Nothing's gonna stop.
Marietta is on escort duty.
And we see the engage going on here. Shakendorf is already down for Marietta, so that's 1 down. 2 down for Marietta.
And they might have to push back.
Yeah, they'll have to fall back because they're down 2 people. And the thing with Overwatch is like even 1 person down, and that's basically the fight.
Chuck actually switched to Mercy, which I didn't see, but he does get sniped by Ash. Boom, headshot. He's out.
Yeah, so Marietta will group back up.
Why is the payload stopped?
And they're gonna move around to the other side, but they do get spotted out. And Chucks is already down again. Like they're really trying to shut down Chucks because they know how much of a difference he made. And actually got sniped by the Hanzo there.
Right through the bushes.
Yeah. Like Non-Union's doing a really good job of just taking out 1 person and just preventing Marietta to make any kind of push. Mary's starting to push the payload a little bit again.
Alts will be coming.
Let's see, Shaking Dwarf goes down. Chucks goes down again. That Hanzo is really
Big problem
doing.
for me.
Yeah, he's
Chucks
causing.
might want to switch to Widowmaker, take him out. Because Marietta is just being eliminated right to start here.
Yeah, but notice that their Sigma is putting a shield up on Hanzo, so they are really playing to protect a Hanzo comp to make sure that he can just keep sniping people. And if I were to check, yeah, they're going double shield on Hanzo to make sure that he can just snipe at will.
Yeah, 1 on Hanzo, 1 on the payload.
So the Hanzo comes out.
Takes out Ash. Has Ash.
Yeah, so
Going
that's
for the Hanzo over here. Not able to get a shot on him.
yeah, so it's a 2 for 2. Marietta is trying to push. And it looks like they will push him back to keep moving payload. So they might. So hopefully they'll get this first checkpoint.
Raising the volume.
This ult does go down. Mount Union knows if they could hold them at this point, they will take the win if they're back down. And
That would give them a huge advantage if they were to stop them here. There's less than a minute to go, so Marietta has to get this checkpoint to keep going.
Hanzo coming in, splitting them.
Yeah, and they really focus on shutting down Chucks, and it's working. They have 15 seconds to get back onto the checkpoint, or get onto at least the payload to contest it.
10 seconds remaining.
So now they have to get
He's
onto
gonna
the,
have to hop on this point.
and stay on there. And Bob is coming out. And 3 for down for Marietta, and that's going to be the round. Yeah, so Mount Union knew the answer, which was take out Chucks. And they were
exactly
able to
what
take
they
care of the rest. Well, I mean, it was taking out Chucks and just protecting Hanzo. And that's going to give Mount Union a huge advantage. Because now, if Mount Union just takes the first checkpoint, that's game.
Yeah, they're barely going to have to move it. So Marietta's going to have to play extremely, extremely defensive. Almost a little bit aggressive, actually. That counters what I just said, but a little aggressive.
They're going to have to do pretty much what Mount Union just did. They're going to have to try to pick people off, preventing them from going forward, have to prevent them from moving that payload, because they don't have to go very far. And they're going to have to hold it for several minutes.
There is no obligation
We'll see.
for the universe to make sense to you.
So it looks like they are going to go with a very similar comp. We see the we see Reaper instead of Ash. We see the Baptiste,
Coming in 30 seconds.
but looks like they're going to go with a similar approach with Hanzo up top, trying to snipe people left and right and keeping them protected with the Sigma shield.
A lovely day for field research.
Marked.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming.
See.
Stop the payload.
So we already see Barrier trying to break down the shields. Shields did go down.
Chuck's on Hanzo. Able to get some good hits.
Activating the barrier. Barrier unstable.
Not able to take out the squishies in the back.
Yeah, they're not able to take out anyone. But, okay, no, Caster's Curse right there. So Zenyatta goes down for Mount Union. Although Hanzo's getting dangerously low in health, and he ends up going down. So they're going to go on a different approach here. They don't have the Hanzo up top. They just keep him on the level.
Marietta lost their Orisa, so they are going to be...
And we see Mount Union uses their Hanzo ult and actually takes out Caps Lock, and actually several are down for Marietta. So they're getting a fast push. And Marietta's going to have to get a stop here, because they still got just a little under 3 minutes to go, and they don't have that far left to progress. Just maybe
They're
10
gonna
more
have to
meters.
contest this point, yeah.
But Marietta has to hold this, otherwise Mount Union will take the game. And we see the Hanzo ult does come out, but it just kind of spreads everyone. And 2 for Marietta are already down. 3 for Marietta, 4. And then there goes Chuck, so that might be all she wrote.
2 meters left, they're going to have to contest, but does not look like they're able to do that. GG. Nonetheless, it was a great showing from both teams.
Oh yeah, I mean there was definitely some good signs from Marietta. But that was just a really good performance there by Mount Union, and I think there's still a lot of good takeaways from the match for Marietta. I mean, to be able to take game 2 and just holding it as long as they did. So it's progress. But with that, the game will go. So that will go to Mount Union. Yeah, I was going to say something else, but I can't remember now. But yeah, so with that, so Mountain Union does take 2 wins, so that means they do take the Overwatch match. So that is going to be it for us today. Thank you guys for all watching. Been streaming for almost 5 hours now, so it's been a pretty long day, but it's been a really fun day getting back
It's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been great getting back into the matches. So just so everyone's aware of the scheduling, so next week in the conference we'll be playing against Trine. The default for that would be Saturday morning, so that's February 1st. We are looking into finding another time because of some conflicts. So we will get that to you later this week once we have the exact day and time finalized. Which means if you want to know when that is, you're going to have to follow us on Facebook or Twitter or both. So make sure to follow us on Twitter at Marietta Esports. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Marietta College Esports. This broadcast will be up on our YouTube channel next week at bit.ly/Marietta College Esports. So all the information will be up from there. Also on Saturday will be our next Collegiate League of Legends match. I don't know who the opponent is yet, but once we know, we will also get that information to you later this week on our social media. So please be sure to follow us so you can know the latest updates. And as we mentioned before, please take some time to help us with supporting Versus Cancer, trying to raise funds for pediatric brain tumor research. So you can go to bit.ly/MC Versus Cancer to help show your support. But I think that'll be it. So from all of us here, we thank you for spending your afternoon and early evening with us. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.